This presentation is an operational approach depicting the elements of operational design for the given scenario. Parts of the operational approach involves understanding the operational environment, or the OE, using an analytical tool called PMEZ. A framework to determine relationships and interdependencies can be developed to help understand the current situation and the desired military end state and termination criteria. The highlights of the current OE are: Iran is controlled by the supreme leader, who is part of the Shia clergy. The Arab states in the Gulf are monarchies, except Iraq. Militarily, Iran has the elite Iranian Republican Guards, or the IRGC. Economically, the Gulf states and Iran rely heavily on the natural oil and gas exports. Religiously, the Gulf states are primarily Sunni and Iran is Shia. Information is controlled through the states. For Iran, information is controlled through the Shia Council and the IRGC. Infrastructurally, population are condensed into city hubs. The key inputs and outputs of the OE help frame the desired end state. The desired end state for this given scenario is to establish a stable and secure region in the Persian Gulf. In order to reach the desired end state, the conditions or military end state must first be achieved. The conditions are reopening the Strait of Hormuz and the defeat and unconditional withdrawal of IRGC forces on the contested islands, degrading violent extremist organizations supported by Iran, Cooperation Council of Arab States of the Gulf take on regional security, and Saudi Arabia ceases all development of nuclear weapons. The problem statement for this scenario is: the unlawful action of Iran closing the Strait of Hormuz violates the freedom of navigation and presents an immediate threat to the stability in the Middle East, which will consequently lead to the unprecedented effects on U.S. national security and the global economy. Now that an understanding of the OE, the desired end state, the conditions and objectives have been established, the operational approach can be designed using lines of efforts, or LOEs. For this given scenario, there are 4 lines of efforts in support of the offensive operation. Each line of effort has decisive points intended to meet conditions for the desired end state. For lines of efforts 1 and 2, establishing forward basing and positioning forces, such as having a naval fleet in Bahrain and an air expeditionary package in Qatar, will create resolve and ready forces for offensive operations. Additionally, establishing multi-domain command and control with ISR superiority for all warfare domains will be critical early and throughout the range of military operations. Once air and maritime superiority have been established, soft units can begin operations by seizing enemy oil tankers and oil platforms, thus hitting at Iranian economy and a direct attack on a center of gravity. Furthermore, oil platforms can be converted as launching points for naval, air, and soft missions. As the conflict progresses, the coalition of Arab states recognizes the U.S.'s resolve and contribute military assets to the fight. Additionally, Saudi Arabia determines the future of the region, returning to stability, and disbands its nuclear weapons program. Line of Effort 4 focuses on countering violent extremist organizations, or VOs, in Yemen and Iraq. With the U.S. strangling Iranian's economy through the Strait of Hormuz, the VOs lose the ability to function. Additionally, the destruction of the Quds forces have degraded the VO's capacity to conduct ops. In summary, each LOE directly and indirectly impacts a corresponding center of gravity, that is, the IRGC and Iranian economy supported through the Strait of Hormuz. The conditions or military end states using decisive points on the LOEs were applied to achieve termination criteria and the desired end state.